I don't know how you fight a clean war like this, because besides the fact that Hamas has embedded itself, entangled itself very deliberately over all these years, that there's no way you can destroy them without destroying others. But those others, many of them may be directly guilty or at least passively guilty, because the Germans, who many of them were killed during World War II, not all of them were Nazis per se. Some may have been even against the Nazis, but they were quiet. And the bottom line is the elected officials were the Nazis. Yamach Shemam. So I'm not saying there's any easy solution. I hope that Israel has a good military strategy and a strategy how to deal with this, including not just eradicating, but changing their whole education system, as Bibi Netanyahu, the prime minister, has said, and to really do a long-term solution, which isn't just eliminating the enemy. But I think there also is another point, which is what we're doing. As I pointed out many times, our war here is not just against. Obviously, you want to eradicate every enemy and not allow any threat. But what do we stand for? We need to demand from every Palestinian, or whatever you call them, Gazan, that there are higher standards that you have to live up to. This is what's expected of the citizens of this world, and it should not be tolerated nowhere. If there's any wake-up call, it's exactly that. So the question, should we see them all Palestinians as our enemy? Well, look, if their governments are calling for the destruction of the Jewish people and of Israel, from river to the sea, or whatever they call it, it doesn't matter whether they personally are or not. If you don't agree with it, find a way to either protest or move away or go somewhere else. But that is their call. I have no doubt that most are sympathetic, if not all are sympathetic to it. Will they all actually do the atrocities that were done October 7th? I would assume not everyone's going to do that. But doing an atrocity and being complicit in it does not necessarily mean that the complicit party did it. But they support it, they sympathize it, they allow the environment. So we have a big problem on our hands. However, there's also good news. Look, there are Arab countries, Muslim countries that have made peace with Israel. And without Israel having to compromise anything. Peace for peace. It would be all in vain if this doesn't turn into not just damage control, not just getting rid of the cancer, but actually a better future for everybody involved. But that's going to take a lot. It's going to take role modeling. It's going to take Israel's going to have to do a lot in that direction. So there's a lot more to be said about that. So I don't want to classify anyone enemy, not enemy. Listen to what they have to say. How do I know who's my enemy? I listen to them. I don't make my own conclusions. If I see in their constitution it says the eradication of every Jew, if you see their actions, war after war, year after year, it tells you a lot. Would you as a Jew, no matter how open-minded you are, ready to walk through Gaza, and I don't mean today, in the climate of that, you know what kind of climate that is, as a Jew? You'd be just ready to walk through, it doesn't matter what neighborhood. We all understand what the answer would be to that. The other way around, an Arab walking through Israeli streets, unless they're doing something criminal, then I wouldn't tolerate it from whoever it came from. Why would they have any issue? I mean, I can go on and on.